Hey everyone, so today is November 27th, 2018. Today I'm going to take you through our fall garden here in Zone 9B. We are in Florida, so we've had some warm weather. We're about to get some cooler weather, and look, there's the sunshine finally coming through. So this month has been a really busy month for our family. Our youngest turned 1, our oldest turned 14, and we had Thanksgiving break in between that. We definitely found some time to enjoy the garden with our neighbors and friends and family. So I'm going to show you what's been going on. Hopefully you guys enjoy. So it's been about 3.5 weeks since I uploaded a garden tour video. And today you'll get to see how much has grown since then. It's amazing to see how much plants grow and how they produce, and just kind of watching the stages. This is my TP trellis. The last time I did a video, it was probably about halfway grown up. I had no flowers, no fruit. Now check this out. How cool is this? These are purple potted peas. They're like a snow pea, if you've ever had a snow pea. They're really sweet. You can eat them whole. Or you can pull the little peas out of them. They have purple and pink flowers. Here's one right here you can see. And look at all those. So some of the pods in here are green. And I don't know if y'all can see this, but in this pod, it has a slight green color to it. So it's kind of a mixed, almost tie-dyed color. It's kind of cool. So this has definitely been an awesome project. I started the seeds here on September 11th, so you can count the days of how long it's taken us to start harvesting. We actually started harvesting a couple weeks ago, and been getting about, I don't know, like a small Ziploc bag. They never make it into the kitchen because the kids just sit out here really and eat them, but they've just definitely been so pretty to grow. I'll certainly be saving some seeds from this to share with all of you so you guys can enjoy the same beauty and fun that we are enjoying. Over here is our Bibb lettuce, and most of these I've started from seed. The rest back here, some of them are established that I bought. Some are starting to go to seed right here. I've never saved seeds from Bibb lettuce before, but I certainly will be doing that this year. It's kind of my goal to start learning how to save seeds. It does take some time and take some research on how to save certain seeds. So that is my goal, to kind of continue to do that and share with our local community and my Instagram followers, so that you guys can try out what has been successful in my garden. So right here is our famous romaine lettuce. Right now we're going on a big E. coli scare across the nation, and this is another reason why it is a good idea to grow your own food, because you would know what is going into your own garden. You are handling it yourself. You're not going to have any issues of E. coli or funky stuff happening to your vegetables. So we are harvesting fresh lettuce and romaine daily, and don't have to worry about not having access to any lettuce in the store. It's actually kind of scary when you go into the vegetable section right now. The produce stands, nobody has lettuce and or romaine, so it's kind of creepy. Anyway, over here is some pots that I have. I just started strawberries for a second time. My seed packet told me in October would be a great time for my region to start seeds, which never germinated. I just believe it's way too hot. We've been having a funky fall where it's just been ridiculously hot. So I'm going to try another sowing with those. Over here I've got some snow peas and some autumn mix sunflowers. The bottom of my snow peas aren't doing so well right over here. I've had to some kind of animal been digging underneath them. I'm not sure if that has been messing up my plants or not, but they're definitely not looking so healthy. They are producing, they just don't look so pretty. Even over on this teepee trellis, if you noticed, some of my plants are a little yellow. I'm not quite sure why that is. Everything else looks healthy and it's still producing. I've had several people look at it and they've all told me different things, so I'm not exactly sure. That's just part of gardening. You know, sometimes you learn from your mistakes and you just kind of try to figure things out. So over here are my herbs. I have some mint and cilantro down there. Here's my rosemary, basil, and chives. Isn't that pretty? I think my basil is on its way out and you just kind of trim it back. And over here is one of our larger gardens. I've got a little sunflower here. And we just recently cut down our big sunflower. I do have another large sunflower over there in the corner, as you can see. It has not opened up, so it is on its way of being a large sunflower as well as our other ones, and I'll be saving seeds for those to share. I was actually really surprised. Recently I shared a post on Instagram letting everyone know that we just cut down our sunflower and that we'll be saving seeds and if anyone wanted some, and I was really surprised how many people wanted our seeds. So that's kind of encouraged me to start saving as many seeds if we can from our different varieties of plants to share with you. I think it's neat to be able to send friends and followers seeds and then have them plant in their garden and watch it grow. It's just kind of cool to be able to share food from our garden or seeds from our garden to be able to grow in others' gardens. It's just kind of a neat process. So I'm really excited about that. I've got to figure out how I'm going to get those seed packets to everybody, but if you had requested some, hopefully I'll be sending them out in the next couple weeks. So right here are our cauliflower. Nothing, we've got no cauliflower heads popping up. I recently started some more snow peas because they just weren't doing really good. I believe it's just been so hot, so I wanted to go ahead and start another set of those. Right in here are some red cabbage that I will be putting over in our other garden. I'll show you that in a minute. But here's all of our tomato plants, which are doing really awesome. There's just flowers everywhere. And we do have tomatoes finally. On our last video, we just had a few flowers. But look at that. I have all kinds of different varieties in the garden. Can't exactly tell you what is what right now. A lot of my little tags that I had in the ground faded, so I'll have to go and look back to my notes and tell you guys what all these are. But I know I have some cherry tomatoes right here, and some big boy tomatoes, some Tasty Lee, which will be the first time I'm growing those. I didn't actually know you could buy plants for Tasty Lee, but the Tasty Lee tomatoes in the store are amazing. So all of these are doing really good. Over here we have our, let's see, I've got, Brussel sprouts right here. These were really cool to watch last fall. They pop little Brussels sprouts along the sides, but it's been hot, so I'm getting kind of a slow growth on these. Then I've got cabbage along here. I've got no little heads yet. Again, the cooler weather will start helping. Oh, there's kind of a tiny one. Those come up. Now over here, all these have 3 rows of collard greens, and I've kind of stuck some carrots in between some of these. Some of them germinated, some of them didn't. But we've been getting a good harvest of collard greens. I'll actually be harvesting some today. And over here is our Royal Burgundy bean trellis. Again, my seed packet lied to me, told me that these needed a support to climb up, which they look more like a bush bean to me. Some are growing up, some aren't. sometimes you've got to definitely encourage your plants to kind of, you know, get on or grab on to whatever it is that you're using as a structure to help them trellis up. But this one really hasn't needed it. I just kind of weave them in all these areas to kind of help with them all not laying on the ground. So these have been fun. These are purple. Here they are. They're a purple bean, just like a green bean. And what the neat thing about these is that as soon as you cook them up, they turn green. So we ended up calling these magical beans because they're just so cool. I wasn't even aware of that when I threw them in the pan. I was like, oh my God, what's happening? They're turning green. And I was hollering to the kids, and they came over and they watched them, you know, turn purple to green. So that was super fun for them. And of course they want to come out and pick magic beans, but I have a load of them on here that are ready to pick. This will definitely be something we'll be growing next year, but not on a fancy trellis. Here are our carrots right here. I have a variety of different carrots. These are just, I want to say just regular, like an orange carrot. And over here I've mixed some in, which are a rainbow mix. So they'll turn, some of them will be white, purple, orange, yellow. Over here are some zinnias. This is the first time I've ever grown zinnias, and I will be growing these every year in our garden because look at how beautiful those are. They just kind of start off with one little flower and they grow up and they start shooting side shoots. So I've been really impressed with how these have turned out. This is a smaller version, I guess a miniature version, so I want to try the large version. I bet they're pretty awesome compared to these smaller versions. And I've popped in some onions along here. Here's some snow peas. Again, some aren't looking too well, and I've restarted some more, knowing that we have some cooler weather finally coming up. Hopefully those will climb up this little railing we have here. So here's our other sunflower. It's about, I don't know, probably about 5 feet tall. And it's got a ways to start the flower. So that's going to tell me it's going to grow really big. Now this one isn't as big as the other one, but it's already starting to form a bud. And you can usually, every day I'll come out here and check it, you can usually start to see yellow. When you start to see yellow through there, it's not too much longer before they start to open up. So here's that garden. And over here is what is left from our summer garden. Our okra that we planted in June is looking pretty rough. I will be pulling this up probably in a week. I'm still trying to get what I can from them. I mean, they are still flowering, like here. Aren't those so pretty? So I'm still getting fruit. They don't look that good. But usually they strive really well in the heat. So we are starting to get cooler nights. And we'll just get what we can left with those. My peppers were planted in the summer, and they are looking quite rough. They're still producing, so again, this isn't the prettiest garden just because it's on the tail end of getting ready to stop producing, and we're going to pull them out and replace them with some different plants. I'm not exactly 100% sure what I'm going to replace with, other than I know I'll be putting my red cabbage along this row just because it grows so pretty. I had some radishes along here that I harvested already. Then I started beets down here, which are really cool seeds. This is the first year doing beets, and they're just a very unique looking seed. So they're not doing so well because I think it's too hot for them. So I think I'm gonna do a second planting of beets, maybe over here, we'll see. So I have put broccoli in here. Again, they're not looking the best, but that is a cooler weather vegetable, so we'll see how those do. And here's some rainbow mix carrots that I put in not too long ago. And right here is an acorn squash. My husband brought home an acorn squash from one of the, it's not a farmer's market, but it's kind of a side road little market. And apparently these were grown locally, so I said, well, I'm going to save the seeds and try them. So I was really excited that they actually germinated. So, and they're doing really good. So hopefully I'll have some flowers to show y'all next time. There are some little onion bulbs that I popped in over here, my jalapeno, and my eggplants are doing really well. These are always so pretty to watch grow. I'm not a big eggplant person, but I certainly love the way they look. The girls love checking them out too. They shoot off these really pretty purple flowers. I don't see any today. So, and there's a couple kale that were just extra. I needed to put them somewhere. So that's kind of what is going on in the garden. My biggest updates were our tomatoes and the trellis. So hopefully you guys will tune in next time when I do a video. I'm gonna try to do them every 2 weeks just so you guys can see the growth of different fruits and vegetables. Oh, I didn't show you guys our blueberries, but our blueberries are wrapped all the way around our gardens. But I do want to encourage you guys to go back and look at the earlier videos. I started videos from when we first started our planting. So just little baby plants. All these you can see when they're little and kind of watch them grow. I do have some buds starting on my blueberry plants. And we do have some blueberries. These blueberry plants produce twice a year, and they've done really well for us this year. So hopefully you guys will tune in, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Talk to you guys soon.